Okay guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we have got what is apparently the new best shotgun in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and it is the Bryson 890 shotgun from Modern Warfare 2, and apparently in the tier 3 zone, this gun one-shots everything once the gun is maxed out, so I'm very interested to see what this is actually going to be like. I mean, in the tier 1 zone, it's not quite one-shotting. I mean, even hitting crit shots, it's not one-shotting, it's a two-shot headshot at tier 1, which is interesting. So I'm interested to see if it's actually going to be a one-shot in the tier 3 zone. This is what I've heard. I don't actually know it. I've not tried it out for myself as of yet, so I am interested to see if this will actually come through and be a one-shot in the tier 3 zone or not. So as always, what we're going to do is just bump this up to tier 1 pack-a-punch, because unfortunately it's not one-shotting in the tier 1 zone, but this should now make it a one-shot to any part of the body in the tier 1 zone. Should be able to take out a fair few of these zombies within just one shot, which is exactly going to be the case. So I'm interested to see now what it's going to be like at tier 2. Is it going to go back down to being a two-shot? Is it going to remain at a one-shot? The only way we're going to find out is by heading straight into that tier 2 zone and trying it out for ourselves. And of course, we've got the tier 2 pack-a-punch crystal and a legendary Aether tool to put onto the gun later on so that we can fully start testing this gun. And of course, we will get up to tier 3 pack-a-punch. I'm just going to have to get enough cash to do that. But here we are in the tier 2 zone. Let's now test the gun at tier 2. What's it going to be like? It's gone back to a two-shot kill, which is interesting because I thought this gun might be a little bit more powerful, considering from what I've been told it one-shots in the tier 3 zone. I thought this gun may be a little bit more powerful than what it is, but you know, we've still got a fair few upgrades to be able to make to the gun, so I'm not going to judge it too quickly off the rip. And I'm also interested to see what it's going to be like against boss zombies. Like, this is where the gun might thrive. It might not be amazing against zombies, but it might be really good against boss zombies as we get through the zone. So we will definitely be testing it out in all sorts of different levels and rarities and all that sort of stuff. But as you can see, the armored zombie is going to be a 3-shot. The normal zombie should be about a 2-shot. So it's interesting that it's not as powerful as I thought it was going to be. I originally thought this was going to be a ridiculously powerful gun because a lot of you guys have said this is actually a competitor for the Lockwood and the Haymaker. So, you know, at the moment, I don't see that being the case, but like I said, we've still got a fair few upgrades to make to the gun. We've still got a lot to do to the gun. So what we're going to do is just tier 2 pack-a-punch it straight away in the tier 2 zone. Should now be a one-shot. It's not even going to one-shot the armored zombies in the tier 2 zone. Okay, very interesting. I thought it might be a little bit more powerful than that. I thought at this point at tier 2 pack-a-punch it might be a one-shot, but it's not as of yet. But it's okay. Like I said, we've still got upgrades to make to the gun. It's not fully maxed out yet. And as you guys will know, if you've been watching a lot of my videos, you can't always judge a gun just off what it's going to be like in the tier 1 and tier 2 zone. Because, of course, we've not got it fully maxed out. We've not got a legendary Aether tool on or anything like that. So the only time we can really judge it is once that legendary Aether tool goes on and then we are in that tier 3 zone. But if we hit headshots on the tier 1 or the tier 2 zombies, sorry, it does seem to one-shot the majority of them, to be fair. It doesn't actually seem as bad as I originally thought it was. And also, just because it's not one-shotting doesn't mean it's not getting through the hordes of zombies. Like, it is quite capable of taking down a lot of the zombies that are coming near me. I know I got into that one little position just a moment ago where I wasn't too sure if I was going to stay up or go down. But other than that, the gun is very powerful. Like, it feels good. It can take down hordes of zombies without too many problems. So what better way to really test the gun other than coming into the tier 3 zone and just trying it against tier 3 zombies? Let's see what it's going to do. 1-shot, 2-shot, 3-shot, 4-shot, 5-shot, 6-shot. So it's not going to go down. It's not going to take these zombies down ridiculously fast. However, if we chuck on the legendary Aether tool, this should start making a nice difference to the damage that it's going to do. And it already looks like it is going to make a massive difference to the damage that we're doing to these zombies in the tier 3 zone. So now all we really need to do is tier 3 pack-a-punch it, and then we can start testing what it's going to be like. And as you can see, at legendary Aether tool with a tier 2 pack-a-punch, it's going to take down those tier 2 zombies with literally about 1 shot, which is really nice. So what I'm going to try and do is join up with this squad over here, because there is about 17 people over here. I'm going to try and join a squad, get some contracts done, get some cash together, tier 3 pack-a-punch this, and then we can really start testing it. Is it going to be a one-shot in the tier 3 zone and the Dark Aether zone? Who knows? We're going to find out in this video, and of course, we're also going to see what it's going to be like against those boss zombies as well. Okay, so my teammate's doing a bounty contract against a Mega Abomination, which is an interesting one. I'm going to try and help him out as much as I can, but of course, I don't have a tier 3 pack-a-punch gun as of yet, so interested what the gun's going to actually be like against this Mega Abomination. It seems to be glitched in the wall anyway, so it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. We can hit crit shots pretty easily, though. It shouldn't be too bad. Mimics rolling up. See what sort of damage we can do to a Mimic. Not too bad of damage to the boss zombies, to be fair. That Mimic isn't surviving ridiculously well. Doing some decent damage. Not the best damage in the world, but it's not the worst damage. We managed to take down the Mimic with no real problems, to be totally honest with you. Now, it's just a case of trying to take down this Mega Abomination whilst it's stuck in the wall. Like, its head is there for critical shots, so we can manage to try and hit it as much as we possibly can. See if we can finally take it out. How much health does it actually have? Oh, very little health left, actually. Been doing good damage to it there. And then it does actually go down pretty quickly, to be fair. It wasn't too bad. The damage there from the shotgun really wasn't terrible. I thought it was going to be a little bit less than what it was. It seemed to do pretty good damage, I'm not going to lie. Overall, pretty impressed so far. I just feel the weirdest thing with this gun is I actually feel like it's better in the tier 3 zone at tier 2 Pack-a-Punch than it was in the tier 2 zone, which is a very weird thing to say. Like, it genuinely feels powerful. It doesn't seem to be struggling against too many zombies in this game. But of course, as you can see, we're about 2,000 cash off of getting a tier 3 Pack-a-Punch now. So we'll do this last contract, tier 3 Pack-a-Punch it, and then we'll give it its proper test in the tier 3 zone. Also, if you guys do want to copy the exact same class as what I am using, then you can do so. It's on screen right now, so you guys can copy the exact same class that I am using. And like I said, we'll test it in the tier 3 zone at tier 3 Pack-a-Punch in just a moment's time. I just need to get enough cash to be able to finish it. And the other weird thing for me is running around without golden plates yet. And the other weird thing for me, because I'm so used to running around with the golden plates and the Aether blade case, I don't have it right now because my cooldown's still going on. So it's a very weird situation. I'm so used to just being in a situation like this, where I'm running around to the next contract, throwing my Aether blade at people, or zombies, or hellhounds and stuff like that. Or I'm also just relying on my golden plates to actually pop plates on for me, because I forget to do it half the time. We've now got a Disciple as a bounty target. Let's see what sort of damage we can do. I do need to be careful, because like I said, I don't have any plates, which is super frustrating for me. Need to try and hit some crit shots here on this Disciple if we can. There's a lot going on around me, I'm not going to lie. There is loads going on. Where even is the Disciple? Back over here. Try and hit some crit shots, do some good damage to it. I'll tell you what, this gun does actually seem to do decent damage to the Disciple's health and boss zombies' health in general in this. So I'm very impressed with what it's like there. And like I said, against the zombies, it's not the most powerful gun as of right now. But we are still going to tier 3 Pack-a-Punch it, test it out properly. As you can see, taking down this Disciple here with my whole team, it's not going to take too long. Shouldn't be too bad of a problem to get this thing down. But as you can see, we're doing decent damage. There we go. Disciple has now gone down. What we're going to get out of the reward rift? We had tier 2. Oh, we're going to get a epic Aether tool schematic. I don't actually have that one yet, so I will take that. We'll re-equip the decoys, and that is not a bad bit of loot. I'm now going to go ahead and tier 3 Pack-a-Punch this and fully get a good feel for how this gun's going to be. Okay, guys, here we go. We should be able to tier 3 Pack-a-Punch this gun now, and this is where I'm very excited to see what it's going to be like. Is it going to be the one-shot gun that I was promised it was going to be? Let's find out against this zombie here. We're going to... not quite. It wasn't quite a one-shot, but it wasn't a crit shot, so maybe that's going to make a difference. So about a Mega Abomination, how quickly can we get a head gone? Not too bad there at all, to be totally honest. That turret is now going to eliminate the Mega Abomination, which is kind of annoying. I did want to try and take that out for myself, but, you know, there's not really much more I can do about that, because that turret is going to just melt through the Mega Abomination's health. Okay, so let's see what sort of damage we are going to be doing to these tier 3 zombies. If we're nice and close to them, are we going to be able to one-shot? Oh, it looks like we might be... maybe not one-shotting, but it doesn't seem to be doing too bad of damage. Like, we're going to take down hordes of zombies with this nice and quickly now. Yeah, so the gun's not as strong as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to have a little bit more damage to it. I thought it was going to be a little bit more powerful. But it's not a bad gun by any means. Like, it is a very usable shotgun. Would I say it's as good as the Haymaker and the Lockwood? Probably not quite as good, but it's not too far off, in fairness. It really isn't too far off. But we've still got plenty of time to test this gun. There is plenty of stuff to keep testing it on, like this Disciple here. See what sort of damage we can do to a Disciple if it stops draining all of my health. I mean, with an insta-kill, it's going to go down pretty quickly, isn't it? There's no denying that. So yeah, the gun doesn't unfortunately quite one-shot, but it's not bad at taking down hordes of zombies. As you can see, we've got loads of zombies around us. We're going to be able to get through them nice and quickly with no real problem. The only thing I need to be careful of is, of course, my health, because I haven't got plates on. I need to be wary of how many plates I do have at all times, because I'm so used to running around with the golden armor plates now, I actually forget to plate up half the time. I'm sure a lot of you are going to be in the comments screaming at me saying, Harry, you need to start plating up. It's so frustrating when you don't. And I know, I get it. I just forget because I'm so used to running around with golden plates. But this Mega Abomination, let's see how quickly we can take this down. I don't quite know why it's focusing me out of all the people that are here. We should be able to get that head cracked pretty easily, to be fair, from here. I just managed to stop shooting somehow. There we go. Mega Abomination down. We're going to get another tier 2 Pack-a-Punch crystal, which I will take, and a self-revive, which we will take for there. Yeah, against the boss zombies, I think the gun might low-key be better against boss zombies than it is normal zombies, if I'm totally honest with you. You can see how quickly we're taking down this Mangler. Like, it's really getting through that Mangler nice and quickly with no problem whatsoever. It's really, really getting through that Mangler very fast. See how quickly we can take that to the Disciple. Like, this Disciple just doesn't really stand much of a chance, if I'm totally honest. It is getting absolutely ripped through very, very quickly. My teammate maybe done a little bit of damage towards the end there, but nothing too crazy that we weren't already doing ourselves. It's a very strong gun. Like, it is a very strong gun. I think if you guys were to try it out and you've not used it before, it is a fun gun to use. It's a little bit different to the Lockwood and the Haymaker. Is it quite as good? Probably not quite on level as them, but it's still a very powerful gun, still a very usable gun and a very viable gun for sure. You guys will definitely still have a lot of fun with it. You'll get through a lot of the zombies very quickly. You'll take down boss zombies with it with no problem. It is a very solid gun. It's a very, very powerful gun. It just might not be the best gun in zombies. As you can see, you can one-shot some of the zombies if you're hitting the headshots from close enough. But again, all these zombies can come around, you know, they're gonna run at us. They're not quite gonna get close enough to take us down. We are gonna get through the hordes of zombies without too many problems, to be totally honest. Having speed cola on this gun, I'm noticing is making a big difference. I know I spawned in with speed cola, so I didn't test it without. But I think if you guys are gonna use this, you might want to put speed cola on because it does make a massive difference to the reload speed on this gun. I don't really know what else to say on this gun. Like, it is a powerful gun. It does good damage against boss zombies, normal zombies. You can get through hordes of zombies without too many problems. Like, you can take down boss zombies like this man that's just going to get dropped ridiculously fast. It's a very good gun. It's a very powerful gun. I think if you guys are looking for something a little bit different to use, then why not try this gun out? It is very, very good. It's very powerful. It does good damage. It's got good mobility. Everything about it is very, very solid. Yeah, guys, I definitely do think if you're looking for a new gun to try out that's something a little bit different that you might not have used before, this gun might be the one for you. It's a very fun gun. Like I said, it does good damage against boss zombies. Hordes of zombies you can take down nice and easy with no problems. It's a very, very good all-round gun, to be totally honest with you. I really do enjoy how this gun plays out. He says, as he does. But, you know, it is what it is. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. So, I mean, overall, does the gun one-shot everything? No, it doesn't quite one-shot everything, but it's a very, very powerful gun. Like, there are times where you do one-shot, and there's times where you don't one-shot. It's a little bit weird how it works. Like, there are a lot of times I have been one-shotting some of the zombies, and even, like, some of the big bosses haven't taken me very long to get through at all. But there's also times where it takes me, like, a fair few shots to get through a zombie, or something like a disciple. But there, you can see a disciple goes down very, very fast. Some of the zombies have been one-shots. So it is a very, very good gun. It's a very viable gun. Like, if you guys are looking, like I said, if you're looking for anything new to use, I definitely recommend you try this out because it is just a fun gun to use. It's something a little bit different. But as you can see there, we've just one-shotted about 5 different zombies. Some of the armored ones were 2 shots, but the regular zombies were one-shotting, and then it's not a one-shot. Like I said, it is a very weird gun how it works like that. I don't really know why sometimes it's one-shotting, sometimes it's not. Even when I'm hitting critical shots, sometimes it's a one-shot, sometimes it's not. I don't really quite understand why, but that is just how this gun seems to be for some reason. So can you one-shot zombies with it? Yes, you can. There is no denying that you can do one-shot damage to some of the zombies in this game. Okay, guys, so we've actually come into the Dark Aether zone, which I wasn't quite expecting to do, but we are here in the Dark Aether. So what we're going to do is see how good the gun is going to be in the Dark Aether zone. I'm not going to show you too much of it, because obviously, as you know, most Dark Aether runs pretty much end up being the exact same thing nowadays. So as you can see, it does one-shot some zombies. It's such a weird gun. Like, there's no consistency in the one-shots. I think it's more when you ADS, you're more likely to one-shot than you are if you don't, which is a bit of a weird one, but it seems to be the way that this gun actually worked for some reason. Actually, you've got a whole bunch of zombies here. If we just spray, we are going to take down this horde of zombies with no real problem whatsoever. Of course, I know my teammates and other stuff are doing damage to them, but we're going to get through these zombies with no real problem whatsoever. As you can see, we are able to take these down. I feel like if you ADS with this gun, you actually do more damage. Like, you seem to one-shot a lot more consistently if you're ADS than you do if you're not ADS. So, might be something to bear in mind if you're going to use this gun. Maybe ADSing is actually the play. And yes, I know that's very unusual for a shotgun, but apparently that seems to be the way. When I'm ADSing, I'm definitely doing more damage to the zombies than if I'm not ADS. So it's a very weird one. I don't quite know why a shotgun plays out like that, but it does seem to be the case. So I'm not going to complain too much, and I have just realized I've figured out a little secret with it anyway. So, like, as you can see, it's a one-shot zombie kill if I actually ADS for some reason, whereas if I hip fire, we don't seem to be able to get one-shots. It doesn't, I'm not too sure why that is, but it does seem to be the case. That might be something to bear in mind if you are going to use this gun for yourselves. You definitely seem to do more damage ADS than at hipfire. I don't know why that's the case, but it does seem to be the case. But as you can see, if I do keep ADSing at these zombies, we do seem to be able to drop them in one shot. I mean, if they're a little bit further away, maybe not. But if we let them get close, we can one-shot whilst ADS, which is a very, very weird one. I'm not too sure why that is the case. But I definitely recommend if you are going to go and use this gun for yourself, maybe you do actually use the ADS on it, because it might be a little bit better. But yeah, even with hordes and hordes of zombies around, like, we can just do ridiculous damage with this gun. Like, it's going to melt through everything pretty quickly with no real problems. We have managed to keep our vehicle health all the way up at 100%, by the way, which is actually unheard of in the Dark Aether zone. That's kind of crazy at how good that is. But as you can see, ADS, you're going to one-shot headshot. Armored zombies, normal zombies, it doesn't matter. You are going to be doing one-shots if you ADS with this gun. I don't know why that's the case, but it is the case. So I definitely recommend you might actually want to ADS if you are going to go ahead and use this gun for yourself. I have never seen so many epic tools come out of this contracts I've done in tier 3, the dark Aether, everything just seems to be offering me epic Aether tools for some reason. I'm not too sure why, but that seems to be all I'm getting from these contracts that I'm completing. Even anything I'm looting just seems to have them in. But yeah, I mean, with this gun, I'm doing the last contract now, but with this gun, I'm very, very impressed. It's just a very good gun all round. It does good damage to boss zombies, does good damage to normal zombies. It's just a very, very well-rounded gun, to be totally honest. It seems to do damage everywhere. And you, like I said, if you want to one-shot them, just ADS. You are going to get one-shot kills whilst ADS for some reason. I'm not too sure why that's the case. Why you have to be ADS to get one-shots, I don't know, but it does seem to be the case. But as you can see, you are going to do the one-shots if you want to do one-shots by ADSing, or you can just spam it from hipfire and still do good damage to the zombies that you're coming up against. It is entirely up to you what way you want to do it. But as I mentioned, you let them get close enough and you ADS, you are going to do one-shot damage to the zombies. Yeah, guys, that is probably now going to be the end of the video. So let me know what you think of this gun in the comments below. If you have enjoyed today's video, please be sure to smash a big thumbs up, as it helps me out way more than you can imagine. And if you have enjoyed today's video, then go ahead and check out the rest of the channel, where there's a whole bunch of zombies content that I think you guys will really enjoy. And if you do go on to enjoy any more of the videos, or you've enjoyed today's video, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ding dong that bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a video. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching all of today's video and staying all the way to the end. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys in the next one in a bit. Peace.